Good morning, everyone. We're going to talk a little bit today about arpeggios while we drink a little coffee, and hopefully I can add a tool to your toolbox that'll make your playing a little more fun. I remember when I was a child, my brother and I used to walk down to the river that was not too far from our house. It was the Mohawk River. Palatine Bridge, right behind me. And so we'd walk down there, and there was the locks. And we'd sit on the locks, watch the barges come through. I don't know how safe it was what we were doing, but hey, we'd walk for miles behind our house, and nobody ever said no. Explored caves and everything, but that's another story. But as we'd sit on the locks, we'd hear the train come through, and that train track was not too far from those locks, and it would make a rhythm. And with that rhythm, we would start bobbing our heads and dancing around and making up little songs and what have you. Well, that's kind of what I'm going to show you today, is a tool that if you add it to what you're doing, you just might hear something, and it's like the train coming through. It just gives you a little extra spice to add to the song or whatever it is that you're working on, and it's a lot of fun. So let's talk about it. It's called an arpeggio. Now, an arpeggio, the word itself kind of sounds like something you eat, like a spaghetti or something, and it's not. It is an Italian word, but the word itself means the harp. And if you've ever watched a harp player, they play one string at a time, right? And so that's what the word means. It's basically what it means is you're taking a chord and you're playing that chord one string at a time, and not simultaneous like you do when you strum a chord. Okay? You're taking each one of those notes and you're playing it separately. And that's an arpeggio. Okay? So we're going to look at a G arpeggio and a C arpeggio. But I'm going to show you the formations that will, for the G and the C, that you can move up the fingerboard and change key with it. Okay? So let's just get right into it so we don't take up any more time. And the first arpeggio is the G arpeggio. I'm going to put a little chart up there. You can look at it, stop, and just spend some time paying attention to it. I mean, paying attention to where the placement is for your fingers. But we're going to start with my ring finger, and I'm going to use the ring finger on the E string, the low string, and play the 3rd fret down, which is a G, okay? Because that's part of our G chord, right? Okay, so there it is, G, there's the root note. And then I'm going to take my middle finger, 2nd string down, okay, and we're going to play the B, which is two frets down, 2nd string over, so you got that. And then I'm going to take my ring finger, and I'm not using my pinky, I'm using my ring finger because I want to use that finger for when I move over to the next string, and it just makes it smoother. So you move up to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. See that? Does that sound familiar? Bass players know this. Yeah, okay, so there it is. You just got that as part of the G chord, okay? So then you're going to take that ring finger and move over one string to the 3rd string down, 5th fret down. So now you have, okay, all right. And then if you remember the F formation, you know, where you make an F chord, that's what you're going to do next. You're just going to take your middle finger, place it down on right here on the 4th string, 4th fret down, and then your pointer finger, 5th string, 3rd fret down, playing the D right there, and then E string, really what I usually do is I'll go from this string and I'll roll over it. So I'm not picking it up. Got that? So now you have this. Now you'll notice when I play it, I'm not... Hear how those notes are prolonged? They just go on. I'm actually stopping them so that they... And I'm stopping them by moving my fingers up a little bit on my fretting fingers. Hear that? If I pluck it, if I held it down, it would keep playing. I'm not doing that. I'm kind of picking it up, not all the way, just creating like a break for the note so it stops. Got that? All right. So that's the G. And so let's look at that C chord now. The C formation. You're going to start with the root note of the C chord. Put your ring finger, second string down, third fret down. Take your middle finger, and it's going to go second fret down, third string over. Then take your ring finger, slide it up to the 5th fret, and you're still on that D string, okay? You're playing G there, right? And then you're going to move over one note. You're now on the 4th string down. Move it over one more note, same thing to the E, there's 3 in a row. And then the pointer finger picks up that 3rd fret down. Okay, so you have this. So it moves up and you change key with it. So practice those and practice that. Okay, so when you're playing those arpeggios, make sure you practice the stop. But also remember to use your thumb for the bottom 3 strings and dedicate these 3 fingers for the higher strings when you're picking. It'll make it a lot easier. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in this world.